Pandemonium in Chukun Local Council of Kaduna State as bandits abduct pupils. Fresh attacks in Plateau State, 1 killed, animals slaughtered. Tinubu administration blames current deflation on Buhari government mismanagement. And on the foreign scene, 10 killed as rebels seize Congo town in eastern region conflict. Hello and welcome to Trust TV's news update. I am Chiamaka Nwafo. Thanks for joining us. Bandits have reportedly attacked a government primary school at Kuriga community in Chukun local government area of Kaduna State, abducting several children. The community is located along the Kaduna-Beningwari road, which has been under control of bandits for many years. The police authorities and the Kaduna State government are yet to confirm the incident, but a live source said the bandits invaded the school at about 8:30 a.m. on Thursday and took away many pupils, including the head teacher. He said several other students sustained injuries as they attempted to flee from the school on sighting the bandits. We have joined us live now at this time, Daily Trust reporter from Kaduna State, Bello Musa. Hello, Bello. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you. Good evening.
Good afternoon. So, Bello, could you give us a situation report on what we have learned so far about this daring attack in the Chicken Council?
Well, the incident happened in the morning, which is today, Thursday, in the morning, after the usual assembly in the school. Then the bandit invaded the school and abducted numbers of students, more than 100, according to the locals. And they told me that they shot one student instantly within the school premises or within the area. And this situation of the people in the area now after the attack is that of apprehension, fear and confusion, because they don't know the condition of more than 100 of their children who are now in the hands of this bandit. All what they are doing now is they are just praying for government and security agencies to come to their aid.
Okay, so Bello, from what we just read now, this incident happened at 8:30 a.m. this morning. Till now, has the government or security agencies said anything or confirmed it at all?
As we speak, there's no official statement coming from the state government. As the overseeing commissioner, Samuel Arwan, Commissioner of Internal Security, is yet to react or make comments on the sad event. Though we spoke with Kaduna State Police Public Relations Officer of the Kaduna State Command, ASP Masur Hassan, he confirmed the incident, saying that they dispatched their men to trail the abductors.
Okay, so now this has happened at the a community in the Chicken local government, the Kuriga community. Now, how are these people reacting to this incident has taken place in their community?
Well, I said it earlier, but let me give a kind of background. Chicken is one of the local government in Kaduna State suffered a persistent bandit attack, and Kuriga experienced such also. So the condition or the situation of the people presently is that of apprehension, because, as I said earlier, more than 100 of school pupils and students, because this is school that is comprising of junior school and also primary school. So imagine small children, pupils in the secondary school, and also people in the junior secondary school are now in the hands of bandits. Definitely, the community are now living in apprehension and also confusion.
Have you been able to speak to any parents so far whose children was abducted? Have you been able to have any communications with any of them?
the parent.
Yes, please.
Yeah, I made contact with one, but he refused to talk further. He just told me that he can't make any comment now because he's traumatic now. He has been traumatized, so he can't make further comment.
All right. So now, of course, let's get to the issue of rescue. What efforts do you think are being put in place to have these children rescued immediately and from this abduction?
Well, people in Kaduna State, not only in Kuriga community where the sad incident happened, are waiting for the state government, are waiting for the security agencies to actually rescue these children. As I said earlier, there's no official statement coming from the state government concerning how to rescue this large number of school children. But just the police PRO said that they dispatched their men to ensure that these children are rescued.
Okay, thank you so much, Bello, for joining us at this hour. Hopefully in our subsequent bulletins, you will have some more positive updates on this situation. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
Moving on to Plateau, where gunmen launched a brutal assault on cattle rearers in Nafandreji Fan district of Barikinladi local government area on Tuesday evening. Tragically, the attack resulted in the loss of a herder's life and 134 cattle and sheep. Alhaji Dan Azumi, who bore the loss of 21 cattle, confirmed the harrowing incident to Trust TV on Thursday. Adamusa gives us more.
Along with numerous cattle and sheep, fell victim to the violence. Some of the members of the Fulani groups speak on the incident.
What really happened yesterday is a bad thing to us. We were thinking that we have a relative peace. But to our greatest surprise, and very unfortunate, yesterday, over 35 cows were shot in Fan district without any provocation. 2 people shot, 1 dead. 1 is now in hospital. We went and saw him and interviewed him. Almost 104 cows shot. And the securities has gone and seen. The local government has went there. The chairman of the local government has even gone there and seen. So we are calling for the appropriate authorities to please compensate those people that lost their losses, their cows. And there wasn't any mischief there. It's just like that. They were just grazing. Don't think that the cows entered farm or something. No, it's not like that. But in our side, if they made mischief, they will take our cows, put inside a fence. We must pay what they want. But for them, they will come and kill the cows and kill us. Nothing will be done.
After our children had set out for rearing, we received a distressing call informing us that they had been ambushed by gunmen in the vicinity. The attack on the rearers was unprovoked. They had not engaged in any wrongdoing. We implore the government to intervene and address this significant loss, as swift action is urgently needed. I was at home when a call came in around 7 p.m. that my son was shot dead. I was in Bauchi, but I have to come and see what has happened to my son. My son has not committed any crime to deserve this kind of treatment. The security and other relevant authorities should wake up and ensure the arrest of the perpetrators. Governor Mutfuan, while sympathizing with the deceased family, condemned the incident while directing security agencies to track down the perpetrators of the heinous crimes and ensure justice for the victims. Adom Musa, Trust TV News, Jos.
Still staying with security stories, the Nigerian Army has confirmed the killing of 30 members of rival militia groups in Ukum local government area of Benue State. The Army also debunked insinuations that the killings were herdsmen-related. The commander of Operation Wild Stroke and chairman of the Open Grazing Prohibition Enforcement Committee, Major General Sunday made the clarification at a briefing which signaled the commencement of the enforcement of the ban on open grazing after the expiration of its 2-week ultimatum. While acknowledging the killings in Ukum, he said the military clearance operations against terrorists in Kwande local government area has been decisive as peace has returned to the local government, where over 27 persons were reported killed in 2 weeks. From Ukum to Kwande local government areas to Apa Agatu and Otukpo local government areas, farmers have come under heavy attacks, with many killed within the last 2 weeks, including soldiers. On economic matters, the Minister of Finance and Coordinating Minister of the Economy, Wale Edun, has blamed the current inflation in the country on 8 years of printing money without matching it with productivity by former President Muhammadu Buhari. Edun, who disclosed this on Wednesday during an interface with the Senate Committee on Finance, said during the period, the printing of naira in trillions was carried out without matching it with productivity. Here's the report.
The finance minister reiterated the resolve of the federal government to order the 22.7 trillion naira ways and means advance under former President Buhari's regime. He said the consequence of the 8 years of printing money without productivity is high inflation confronting the country now.
Metric tons from the strategic reserves of grain or food and another 62,000 tons or 60,000 tons of rice going to be available just to tide us over that period, because you have a good dry season harvest, you have a good wet season harvest, and that issue, because the inflation is food inflation, and I don't want to take our time going into the fact that it is going across the border and so forth, but what I would say is this: by emphasizing putting money in people's hands, giving people purchasing power, that maybe raises prices a bit, but it stops it going across the border, because at a little higher price, the farmers will sell locally. And in terms of putting purchasing power in people's hands at this critical time, apart from the direct payments, there's the nano industries, the artisans, the water sellers, the food sellers, and repairers, and so forth. There's 50 billion naira going to be given across that whole ecosystem. 774 local governments, at least 1,000 people will benefit from 50,000 naira. Gives them cash in their hand to go and do what they feel is their priority. If it's food, they'll go to the market and buy food. Similarly, small and medium scale, and I'm trying to speak, Senator, to what you said about what about the economy as a whole. The economy is not the large scale. The heart of the economy is small and medium scale, especially in an entrepreneurial country like Nigeria, where everybody wants to be, quote unquote, on his own, working for himself.
The chairman of the committee, Senator Sani Musa, said the interactive session will be a continuous exercise that is geared towards helping the government execute short-term and long-term plans that will pull it out of the present economic quagmire.
People you are giving surplus to are the same people that are employed. They collect their salary, they collect their allowances, they collect their pardon anywhere they go. So it's very important, Mr. Minister, you look at that. And then the envelope budgeting, which one of us spoke about, we will see so many line items. It's continuous, it's just in the system. But from the budget office, they just roll it out and present it as a budget. There's need for us to seriously, not only you on that side, but even us here, to look at it. And this is the reason why we need to create the office, this budget office in national. It's very important. So with this, I think I will commend the Honorable Minister for being up to date with the situation about the economy.
2 weeks ago, the Senate resolved to probe the 30 trillion naira ways and means spent by the Buhari-led federal government, which according to it was spent recklessly.
The trial of former Central Bank of Nigeria CBN Governor Godwin Emefiele continued on Thursday before Justice Hamza Muazu of the Federal Capital Territory High Court in Abuja, with the forensic analyst confirming that the documents used to request the payment of $6.2 million for foreign election observers were forged. The witness, Bamayi Meriga, called by the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, informed the court that following forensic analysis of the disputed documents, he discovered that there was clear evidence of forgery of signature, adding that the seal of execution was different from the original. He also confirmed that the signatures were not those of former President Muhammadu Buhari and ex-Secretary General of the Federation, Boss Mustafa. The trial has been adjourned till March 11 for continuation. This is the news update on Trust TV. Coming up ahead. Patronage at busy Makurdi New Garage declines as inflation bites harder. More when we return. Please do stay with us. Welcome back. Thanks for staying with us. And if you're just joining us, this is the news update on Trust TV. A recap of our top stories. Pandemonium in Chukun Council of Kaduna State as bandits abduct pupils. Fresh attacks in Plateau State, 1 killed, animals slaughtered. To more news, the Academic Staff Union of Universities, ASU, Yobe State University branch, has resolved not to participate in any postgraduate academic activities until the institution pays the 145 million naira earned academic allowance backlog. On Wednesday, the group said the decision was to salvage the university from continuing on the wrong path of disregard for the laws and procedures of the university. Chairman of the university's ASU branch, Ahmed Ibrahim, told journalists in Damaturu that the union has outlined 9 points of deliberate attempt to subvert the university's autonomy and abuse of due process by some individuals. Among the demands made by the union was the release of 145 million naira earned academic allowance. The union also said the registrar's office was being illegally occupied by one Dr. Kali Ghazali. According to them, Ghazali has continued to sign the university's documents and attend statutory meetings in the name of the registrars after his retirement in September of 2023. For those who are familiar with Makurdi, the Benue State capital, the place, New Garage, rings a bell. It is home to several businesses, goods and services. However, with a downturn in the economy, Jimiat Zande, who visited the motor mechanic part of New Garage, reports that it has become a shadow of itself. Here's the report.
This is what is left of the once busy mechanic village at the New Garage in Makurdi. It is 11 a.m. and the artisans as well as traders are seated under the trees lamenting the economic crisis in Nigeria.
Why this place is like this is as a rate of hardship for the country, the rate of fuel. So the car owners, they can no longer bring their cars to repair because there's no money to buy fuel. There's nothing, they can't move around. So many people park their vehicle and they are trekking. And with the handwork, we cannot walk anymore. We came here and we're sitting down from morning till night. There's no vehicle, no work that we can do anymore. Without the fuel coming down, there's nobody to bring the vehicle in the place.
You see this guy a day like this. Start from the very first day where President Tinubu say first subsidy is gone. That's why I see the garage like this. So what we do now is to come in the morning, sit down, talk anyhow, and then go back to go meet our family. And when they ask us how work, they say work is fine. Our work is not fine.
The near absence of the regular patronage at the mechanic village has affected other service providers who depend on the influx of people for survival, like this elderly man who has been here for a couple of years.
Yeah, honestly speaking, it's not moving. Even the chicken we are buying before, 3,000, now it's 8,000 and 9,000 naira. Even the one I bought this morning, this chicken I bought this morning is 13,000 naira. I cannot manage. Things come so difficult. I don't believe like that. I remember the time I started this business. Things are looking for me.
I have a wife and a daughter. To pay school fees now, not even case for us. So would they appeal to Mr. President to at least making a help. The same way in order that this fuel should go up to so price like this, make him still at least bring them down again, because when fuel is down, a common man in Nigeria can as well survive. Now beg the beg is the president, he know what to do, so let him do it.
Most owners have left their cars, citing their inability to purchase a PMS, which is now sold for between 690 and 750 naira in Makurdi. These residents have resorted to walking long distances because the pressure on motorcycle operators has led to a surge in transportation fares for intra-city shuttles. Jimmy Azande, Trust TV News, Makurdi.
Away from Nigeria and Senegal, Wednesday announced that a delayed presidential election will be held on March 24 after a top court ruled that a proposal to hold the vote after April 2nd was unconstitutional. President Macky Sall's mandate expires on April 2nd. Originally scheduled for February 25th, President Sall called off the exercise citing electoral disputes. He was immediately accused by the opposition of seeking to carry out a coup. His proposal to hold the election in December was the subject of deadly protests, which rocked Senegal's reputation as West Africa's most stable democracy. A proposal from a National Dialogue Commission for the vote to be held on June 2nd was rejected by the Constitutional Court. Also on Wednesday, President Sall dissolved the government and replaced Prime Minister Amadou Ba, the presidency said in a statement. Ba is the ruling coalition's presidential candidate. Southern foreign, a rebel group with alleged links to neighboring Rwanda has seized a town in Congo's conflict-hit eastern region following attacks that killed at least 10 people and displaced thousands. The seizure of Nyanzale by M23 rebels came after days of fighting with security forces, local civil society leader Jonas Pandesi said. He said thousands of people had fled toward Goma, which is eastern Congo's largest city and the capital of North Kivu province. It is more than 100 kilometers away. According to Pandasi, initial reports put the death toll at around 10, with houses burned down and shops looted of their goods. It was not immediately clear when the rebel group took control of the town, though M23 on Tuesday announced on X that Nyanzale excused the tranquility and deliverance, suggesting it was overrun then. And in sports, Noeli Yarigo, age 38, has secured Benin Republic's inaugural Global Athletics medal at the World Indoor Championships in Glasgow after 2 decades of relentless dedication. She achieved the feat in 800-meter row star in the just concluded World Athletics Championship. A dominant name in the 800-meter and 1,500-meter event, Noeli Yarigo has been the leader of the park in many ways. But the recent indoors win holds a special place in her heart. The World Indoor Championship icon, who made the Benin Republic proud, fell on the ground with a satisfied heart after her feat. Since 2015, the 38-year-old has been toiling for a medal on the global stage, but failed to attain a place on the podium. And with that, we've come to the end of the news at this hour. For more news, programs and documentaries, please do what to follow us on all our social media platforms. I am Chiamaka Nwafo, member of the news production team. Thank you so much for joining us.